What's up? What's good? Matt Clark here at the new Matt Clark. How are each and every one of you doing this amazing Monday? I'm doing great. My girl's doing great. My family's doing great. I hope each and every one of you are doing great. Even though right now times are thumbs down, we're in another lockdown. It's crazy. It just keeps going and going and going and going. If you could please hit that like button, if you could please hit that subscribe button and that bell notification button so you get all my videos when they're new. If you could share with somebody on social media, help spread the message, help spread the word, that would be amazing. And there's a PayPal option if you'd like to donate, help support the channel. The link is in the description of all of my videos. So what up, what up, what up, what up? Hope everybody's having a great start of the week. I know it's probably not a reality right now, but we got to try to keep it positive as much as possible. I now also want to officially say rest in peace to DMX, a legend, somebody who suffered from addiction for years and years and years. And it's sad to see him go. To me, he's top 10, dead or alive. And I'll bump It's Dark and Hell is Hot and Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood for the rest of my life. So, what do you guys want to talk about? What's the topic of conversation? What's going on in the world today? Skystar, what's up, man? Yeah, you already know. You already know. What's the word, though? You guys, what's the questions? What is the line of conversation? I know there's a lot going on in the world. I know that, times haven't been exactly the most easy lately. But I feel like these lives help me, man. They help me cope, for sure. How you make pizza dough in prison with flour and cornmeal, the same as you would make it on the outside, except you're making your pizza in a toaster oven. But at the end of the day, we're here, and I just think that I want to talk about some stuff. I want to talk about what's going on with you guys. I really want to talk today. So let's get some deep conversation. Let's get some real good questions so we can get the conversation going. Because, like I said, it helps me. And I feel like lately I've been a little bit overloaded with work and stuff. And I really appreciate these conversations. I feel like they're like chess, mind exercises. You know what I mean? But you make pizza dough the same way that you would anywhere else. You just don't have the same opportunities to cook it. Now, when I was in Joyceville, on each range you had a toaster oven and 2 burners, like a hot plate. And you got to remember, there's like 40 guys on a block. So you got 40 guys sharing one. No, I did not buy Bitcoin. I don't have money to buy Bitcoin. Straight up. It's hard enough for me just to get through the days. I have goals for sure. Like, my goals are to make more money, to improve my standing in my company, to find other resources and other money. But, right now there's just not a whole lot of money going around there. Oh, I know you can buy fractions. I know that. It'd be a whole long time before I'm buying a whole Bitcoin. I'm not the best saver. See, the thing is, when you've lived a lifestyle for a long time where you just you just don't really care, You live day by day and you worry about tomorrow. That's been my attitude basically my whole life. And just recently have I started trying to be more responsible financially, to try to put myself in a better place in the future. For me, it's not even like major purchases. It's little things. Buy this little thing here, this little $2, $10, $15, and your money's gone. You don't realize that those little purchases add up and add up and add up and add up. And before long, your money's gone, especially with the cost of food now, the cost of gas now. You gotta really, check where you're spending your cash. And I think years in prison. They don't teach you that stuff, and I just think I fell behind. So I made some good decisions in my life. Like I never destroyed my license. I never got it. I knew that I wasn't living right. Getting my license would have been a bad decision. I don't want to destroy it. I never got a credit card. Didn't destroy my credit because I figured at the end of the day, there may be a day where you turn around, where you want your life to change. And if every single aspect of your life is destroyed, then that opportunity just may not be there. So I'm really glad that I made those decisions, and I'm lucky because I made those decisions. I don't think it was necessarily as calculated as I put it out there, but it happened. All right. I'm thinking of quitting work. Actually, a person there gives me bad energy, and I don't like it there anymore like I used to before that person. Otherwise, I was there. But I can't stand by her hovering above me all the time, giving orders. Now, I'll tell you, I had a similar experience at work. So when I got my job, my background was understood. The people that hired me had an idea of who I was and my history, which is why I'm super blessed. But there was one person that knew about my history, did not like me, and spent a full year plus trying to get me fired, making up BS. He'd poke at me, hoping that I'd just smash him in the mouth one day so he could get me out of there. Just one of those guys that spends every minute of his life trying to make other people miserable. And it almost got me a couple times. There was a couple times where I was like, I'm just going to fight this dude. You know what I mean? I'm just going to fight him. Forget it. But I didn't. And now he's not working in the company and I'm still there. So I made the right choice, Family, you seen our picture we made for you on IG? No, I didn't. Hustler Society, sorry. I haven't really been on IG, and I have two phones, and I recently got a new phone, and I never put IG on it because social media, I'm not a super social media dude. I want to be able to detach. So I haven't really been checking my other phone too much, although I have checked a little bit. When did you send it to me? Corey Lucibello, what's your favorite Kush? I got lots of favorite Kush. I like the hard indica couch locking strains, 25+%. Man, I love the content. I've never been to jail, but only the grace of God, and because of your videos, I've gotten criminal moves. All right, man. Thank you, Slippery Finger Bandit. I wouldn't call it a goof lifestyle, though. There's a lot of good dudes that are just trapped, man. The opportunities ain't there. And, it's not easy for everybody to understand. But, sometimes you can just be in a situation where you get nothing. There's nothing for you. It doesn't matter how hard you really work. There's nothing for you. You don't have the financial backing. You don't have the proper support in the community. So there's really no way. You have to be able to network to grow. But if nobody will ever give you a chance, how do you grow, right? When you're in the game, it's instant gratification. It's hard to shake when you're used to buying what you want. Oh, yeah, for sure. I agree. Hey, Matt, what's up, Northern Pike? All right, I'll peep it, but it won't be till tomorrow because I forgot my other phone. I'll definitely peep it. You already know. Steve, what's up, man? Yeah, hey, honestly, when I did the research on Archambault, it actually surprised me because I know recently it's not really considered like a hardcore pen. Like if Luca Magnotta's there, it can't be population. There's no prison I've done time in where Luca Magnotta wouldn't have got ran at. None. I had bad problems with cocaine and ketamine and realized doing what you need to do to support those habits are not worth it. It's worth it. I totally agree. And, when you're an addict, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And it may make you seem like you're a bad person or you're a criminal, but drugs becomes your priority, even over yourself, over your family, over everybody else. And it's just the way that it is, really. That said, do you think of people being spared prison because of COVID? I think it's great. You know, I think that there's way too many people locked up for shit they don't have to be locked up for anyways. You know what I mean? And if this just helps that, that's great. Bacha, what's up, my G? I hear you. The most crazy shit I heard. Yeah, straight up. That's some savage stuff. Like, you know, a lot of people don't realize that 8 murders or however many murders it was, I can't remember exactly, over a 12-month period in a population of like 400 people is crazy. That's crazy. That is war zone crazy. You know, it's just a different time because I know Millhaven was like that back then times. I know all those prisons were probably like that. It was just a different kind of convict. When you're treated with those kind of harsh conditions and you're treated just like a monster all the time, you're going to behave like a monster. Oh, for sure. See, why the U.S. pens are so crazy is because they take hope away from everybody. You know, if you sentence someone to 500 years plus double life, like, why would you care? You know what I mean? Why would you? It's not innocent till proven guilty in Canada, though, sad to say. It's guilty till proven innocent. That's how Canada works. You have to prove your innocence. Bail is not automatic. You could be in on a damn theft charge because you had a breach in the past. You don't get bail. Now you have to prove your innocence. It's crazy. The system's so backed up. They say to you, you know what, if you just plead guilty, we'll let you go. There's a conviction. You know what I mean? It's a game. It's a circle. I'm telling you, plea bargains, man, they basically ruined my life. Straight up. Now, I'm not saying that I wasn't guilty, because I was. But I guarantee you that there was charges that I pled to that I didn't do. Because at that time, basically, if you got charged with break and enter or anything like that, any in that area, you're getting charged with too. And you just plead down because they give you the plea deals. You're not really looking at each individual case. You're happy to be getting a deal. That's the trick, though. That's the trick. It's crazy, man. If you're in the building, go up, hit that like button. I don't get it. You don't want to be here, don't be here. But at least hit the like button, man. It helps the algorithm. It just helps all that, man. I'd appreciate it if you guys even did that a little bit more on the videos, too. You know, obviously, you got the riders that are always doing that stuff. But glad you did a video on Mimiko. I did weekends there 20 years ago. Yeah, that's the easy time right there. If you're doing weekend time, you're grooving. You're grooving. MS Mechanic, what up? What are you saying? What are you saying? See, Mimiko, the thing about Mimiko was they literally just wanted you to be comfortable so you didn't cause problems. That's all it was. Just be quiet and shut the hell up for your little 60 days, 90 days, or your little, weekend sentence. There was a point in time where you could go there for 2 years, but if you're going there for 2 years, that's an easy 2-year bit. Court of common pleas. That's why Newmarket Court has a 98% conviction rate. It's out of control. Never did time at Birch, but I know about Birch. Sonia, passing on much love from an inmate from Mississippi Pen. You already know. Free up. You know, like I said before, there's a ton of people that are locked up for charges they shouldn't be locked up for, especially in the States. You know, if they went down and just released anybody who got charged with minor drug charges, anything under an ounce of any drug, it'd be like Okay, say anything under an ounce of any drug who's already been in for 10 years, it would still be thousands and thousands and thousands of people down there. What's worse, the Hearst or the South? Definitely the South. They're both bad. They're both dangerous, but definitely the South, in my opinion. Now, it doesn't really matter where you go if you cause problems, you know. You could be in the softest jail in the world where everybody goes, they just smoke, they just chill. You come fuck that energy up and see what happens. See what happens. Watch how quickly it'll turn on you. Oh, slippery. I definitely agree, you know. And it's not just that. Like when I hear stories from guys from on American prison channels, how they feed you guys spoiled food, stuff like that. It's not like that up here. You know, you work in the kitchen up here, you see everything's fresh in boxes. It's all like store-bought product. You know, sure, they give you some crap. It's low grade cafeteria crap. But it's not spoiled. When you hear stuff like that, it's crazy. It's like they're just going and buying all rotten shit from places and feeding it to inmates. That's crazy. Drumheller pen in Alberta is inhumane. Spread the word. I would definitely like to have somebody come on my channel who's been to Drumheller. Would love to interview you. Anybody who's been in any of the medium penitentiaries across Canada, I would love to interview you, or the Max. Holler at me for sure on Instagram. The new Matt Clark, all small letters, all one word. You know, obviously, like the last few months, things have been kind of crazy for me, and I know people have reached out to do interviews, and I definitely have tried to keep up. If I've forgotten you and you're watching this, get back to me. I definitely want to start piling up some interviews over the next little bit. I just think listening to other people's stories is crazy, and it just helps, you know. It's not a one person's story all the time can kind of get stagnant. And obviously, you know, I'd like to grow with my channel and do different things, not just speak on prison. You know, I would hopefully one day like to get out into the community, talk to homeless people, maybe do interviews with people in the streets. I'd like to do a lot of different things, react to this and do this. And you know, but that's coming. That's coming. All jail sucks, James. All jail sucks. Definitely Lindsay, for me, is the best of all the provincial jails in this country or in this province. If you're good there, you're good. You're going to do super comfortable time. It's good, man. Here for my weekly live chat check-in. What's up, brother? I'm good, man. Bend over. It seems that the pen system in the U.S. is like a business. I don't know if that's true. It definitely is like a business, but it's also like a business here. It's just a government-run business here. Believe me, if you're in a lot of pens, King Rock, what up, mine? If you're in a lot of pens, you're working in Corcan, building lockers for the military and doing this and that. It's the same thing. Except here they pay you a little more. Much love, brother. Look my channel one time. You already know, bro. You can Hood Stories with King Rock. Go check the channel out. Faux show. He's good people. Go also check out Light on the Hill. If they only knew. They're all good people, man. And Ruck, shout out to you for bringing everybody together. We definitely should do like a group interview at one time, I feel. Have a good conversation. The drug problem in Ottawa is crazy, especially at the shelter. Oh, everywhere, though, at the shelters, for sure. I started watching you for the prison content, but I like your content that is about struggling with addiction. Yeah, I definitely want to do more on addiction. I feel like I have a lot to offer on addiction. You know, I have barely touched the surface on addiction, you know. More and more people are addicted to drugs. 100%. What is it with your journey compared to interviews that made you go, wow? It's not that, Steve. I feel like my journey is crazy, but it's my journey. So to me, it doesn't feel that way. And for me, it just seemed like regular life, you know, crazy as it seems. When I look back at it now, at everything that I've been through, I see, wow, like that's enough trauma for 10 people. But I also like to hear other people's stories because I feel like every story offers something different. And I feel like if more people would just come together and share and spread love, it'd be a much better place, man. You know what I mean? You already know, King Rep. How difficult is it to land a kitchen job? If you're in Ontario, it's not that difficult. You just got to apply and wait for the job to come. You'll eventually get in there. Now, if you're in Fembrook or like a place like that doesn't really have a kitchen, good luck. Be honest, did you ever think, fuck it, I'm a bone down one of the homies? Yeah, nah, man. Sorry, brother. What was the first Fed charge? My first bit was just one break and enter. Possession of stolen property, possession of stolen vehicle. And it was 2 years, 3 months. I got accelerated parole, went on the run right away, and turned that into a 5-year, 9-month, and 1 day sentence. Oh, yeah, for sure. All those old pens got way better food. I definitely watched Joe Rogan, man. I definitely watch Joe Rogan. Yo, suck your mom, pussy. Brutalizer. A name like Brutalizer? Yo, you're a pussy. Suck your mom, bitch. Straight up. Later for this fucking goof. If I ever come to Canada and let's say I like it there and decide to overstay my stay, how would my situation be if I learn how people and find work in some places and just work there instead? I don't really get the question, Skystar. You're gonna have to re-say it. I heard the Ville was treacherous. The Ville was treacherous. From 2000 to 2010, the Ville was treacherous. What's the best meal you had in the South? Never was in the South, bro. No side. You know, there's you know, at the end of the day, I don't like it. Luca Magnotta, really. If you're in the building, go up, hit that like button. Hit the damn like button. Thank you very much. How's the car doing? The car's doing good, man. Car's doing good. Yeah, like, this is the thing. If you're in any jail and you good, it's all the same. It's all the same. You know what I mean? Like, I take flight to Canada and I want to stay there. I get a job, help people during my stay and find a job. I just start work there and don't go back to my country anymore. Yeah, if they come for you and you get picked up on some immigration, that would suck. Because they keep people in jail for years. Hater, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I know. No, I'm good. I'm good. It doesn't faze me, but I'm just, once in a while, I like to get into a little, you know. Was it breaking into a random house, or did you know the person? Just random. Oh, shit. Big B416. What's up, G? What are you saying? Long time no see, man. A gram of Kush depends, man. It can go anywhere from like $30 to $100. Just depends. I think the Ville is worse than the Bay. I think the Ville 2000 to 2010 is worse than the Bay medium now, for sure. But I think the Bay 1990s was probably worse than the Ville. And the Bay Max is a max. So I've never been there, so I can't say if it's worse than the Ville. But I'm telling you, the Ville from 2000 to 2010 was treacherous. Lots of people got stabbed there. You could do comfortable time, but you saw tons of violence, no doubt. No, I don't live in Toronto. No. You a bitch, Sinclair West. If I feel like blocking you, I'll block you. Why you come to my channel to fuck around? Right? You want to talk shit, go somewhere else, bro. I don't look for trouble. So, later. It's not about being pussy, brother. It's about being smart. You know, no gangster, no bad boys run around talking tough on YouTube. Seriously? You're a YouTube gangster? Slow the fuck down. I've been around real gangsters my whole life. You're talking from your computer chair at home. You know what I mean? I just think it's whack when someone takes time out of their day to just be a pain in the ass. Okay. I did 17 years all in general population, my brother. I would bitch slap you. Believe me when I tell you. Believe me when I tell you. See me in prison. You ever saw me in prison back those days, buddy? It would be whack, whack. People change. You know what I mean? People change. It's not always about being tough. Sometimes it's about being a good person. It's not always about running your mouth. Sometimes it's about listening. You know, bad boy, like I said, don't talk shit on YouTube. They don't go to other people's pages to talk shit. That's goof shit. That's suck your mom shit. You know what I mean? I ain't no hardcore G. I ain't no bad boy. I don't claim to be that. But I definitely am a man. I'm not going to let you just punk me because why I'm white? Because I'm not up on here talking about my strap and I'm going to slap people, fake YouTube stories. Like, you guys are blinded by fakeness. That's why you don't see real. Did he carry weapons when you did break and enters? I never carry weapons, but you always have like break and enter instruments and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Jeter, what's up? How do rappers get treated in prison? Depends on how they carry themselves in prison. You know what I mean? Okay, Sinclair West. I'll get right on that. Crazy Nick to Steffi. I don't know who that is. Who's that? Slippery Finger Bandit. Matt, you got real shit. When I hear you tell your stories, you're the only person who sounds like people that I knew did time. Fake birds. Listen, man, there are a lot of people that watch my channel that did time with me. Like I said, I don't claim to act like some hardcore gangster because that's not what it's about. That's not what it's about. I want to live my life. I don't want to end up in a box or in a cell. You know what I'm saying? All right, you already know, G-Dirt. I like, whatever Crazy Nick did. I don't know who Crazy Nick is, but, I wouldn't take the stand against a Fed. I wouldn't take the stand against nobody, including the Fed. Okay, Sinclair West. You already know, bro. What do you know about Chef Boy? I'd say a lot of people are respected in prison. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with gang affiliations, but I think that if you have like a strong gang affiliation, it definitely will help. Why did I have surgery on my shoulder because I was training too hard and my AC joint just burned away all the cartilage. So I had to have the surgery. They cut off an inch of my collarbone, like an inch of my clavicle, basically dug out the joint in my AC joint and then put it back. It was horrible, man. To be in prison during that, horrible. These young guys have no respect these days. Solid jumped out the window a long time ago. I feel you. But at the end of the day, sometimes, sure, you're going to respond. You're just going to respond because you're a person and everybody has feelings. And every once in a while, it's going to get to you a little bit. So you respond. But at the end of the day, you do understand where it's coming from, and I don't get worked up. I'm not going to get off of here and think about this later. It's not stuff that phases me. Like I said, I did 17 years. I've been through war zones and I've been through easy time, but I've been taken away from everything I love 17 years. It doesn't matter where you do your time. That shit's hard to do. Straight up. Big B. No, I never got poked up, no. My boys are right now, bear lockdowns 3-1, everyone going phone craziness, 3-1 on COVID, but that's only 2 weeks on lockdown. No, 3-1, regular days 2-1 before trial. That's crazy. Yeah, definitely going to prison right now would suck. If you go up, hit that like button, I'd appreciate that. Thank you very much. But give me a shout out to Scotia. Shout out to T.O. Shout out to Nova Scotia. You already know. Everybody in Halifax, everybody all across Scotia, Newfoundland, Labrador, Prince Edward Island, Quebec, Manitoba, Alberta, British Columbia, Nunavut, Northwest Territories, and Yukon Territories. Shout out to you and all the U.S. and around the world. You already know. Derek Chauvin was local PD. He wasn't a Fed. The pig with a badge was not Fed material. To me, I call cops Feds. We have the RCMP here. We don't have the Feds the same way, So at the end of the day, to me, a Fed is a Fed. And Derek Chauvin's a bitch-made mother, I feel that way about Chauvin. And, at the end of the day, I still wouldn't testify against him. And if you're a convict, I think it's whack if you do that. What was the scariest moment ever during time? It had to have been my first bit, man. Going into TIAC, Toronto Youth Assessment Center, straight from Richmond Hill, suburban kid. Never really been around anybody, had always been kind of sheltered. And all of a sudden I was right in the middle of Toronto gang violence. But after a couple months, I kind of earned my keep. I learned how to do time. I was good. No, I don't watch Sammy the Bull YouTube. Northern Pipe. I'm sure the stories are good, but can't support that, man. Shout out to South Wales. You already know. Connor Lewis. Shilla brother, I'm walking my blue nose at the moment. You already know. And blue nose, beautiful dog, man. Rope Squad and Bear Squad are pretty much the Feds. Yeah, Rope Squad's definitely the Feds, but in Canada, the chance of you having RCMP on you, unless you're an international smuggler or you're involved in a RICO case or something like that, if you get arrested by a regular beat cop and you're doing major time, you're going Fed. It don't matter which cop arrests you is all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So to me, a Fed is just any cop, period, across the board. Which block from the dot you think is the most populated inside? I know the block that's the most populated. It's Bleecker, 100%. Take one for the team. You already know, brother. I'm off of here in about 30 seconds, guys. You watching the fight Saturday? Who you think is going to win? I'm definitely going to watch the fights. Honestly, I think it could go either way, man. I definitely think it could go either way, and that's sad to say for Askren. I think in a UFC fight, it's not even close. I think Askren kicks his ass all day. It's not even a competition. But in a boxing match, man, because Askren's hands are so whack, I don't know. He could get caught. You know, when he knocked out Nate Robinson, who is not a fighter, right? But he is an athlete. He was throwing short punches with power. If he connects on Askren is shown to be able to get knocked out. So, Michael Sherman, man, appreciate that. Aaron, man, appreciate that too. You already know, bro. Shout out to you. My favorite movie? Shit. I got a lot of favorite movies. I like Zero Dark 30. A lot of the Scorsese movies, pretty much any Scorsese movie, Menace to Society, Juice, Goodfellas. Let me think about a movie. Step Brothers. I love that movie. I think that movie's hilarious. Anyways, guys, you guys already know. Before you leave, please hit that like button. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming through the live. Sorry for letting my frustration get the better of me. I don't care, though. Every once in a while, you got to stand up for yourself against these people, man. Know what I'm saying? You guys already know. Love y'all. The new Matt Clark.